Para-X Radio Network with your host, Henry Foister, Craig Rupp, and Geoffrey Gould.
The Paranormal View.
Welcome, everybody, to the Paranormal View right here on the Para-X Radio Network. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight with us. It is our New Year's Eve show, so we are going to do quite a few things, and we'll get into those and tell you all about them in just a few minutes before we actually start, you might say. But if you're listening from around the world, anywhere, we appreciate it. I want to thank you for taking your time to be with us tonight. If you're not here with us in the chat room, you can do so. Come over to para-x.com. Click on the show chat button at the right side of the page, and then click on the player button at the top of the page, and you will be able to interact with us. You can private chat Jeff, myself, or Craig with questions if you have those, and we'll try and answer those as best we can. So tonight, we don't really have a guest per se. Tonight, you're going to be sharing the evening with Geoffrey. You there?
Hello.
And Craig.
Hello. Happy New Year, everybody.
And myself. And
that would be Henry.
Yeah, that'd be Henry. And then what we're going to do tonight is we're going to be talking somewhat about our past year on the Paranormal View, all the good things about it and not so good things, and what's coming up for next year. Also tonight, and I'd already told everybody to get a pencil and paper and your liquor or beer of your choice, and we're going to play the drinking game tonight. So just to let you know what it's going to be is when one of us says any of these words, then it'll be time to take a drink. And the words are going to be Para-X, EVP, Happy New Year, Haunted, Henry, Jeff, Craig. All those are one drink. If you hear ghost, zipping, or chat room, those are all two drinks. So I'm quite sure you'll get your fill before we go off the air. So
I think there's a ghost in the chat room. Everybody drink.
Are you trying to start something already?
Well, I've started a while ago, so I just like to say if you guys say my name and I don't answer, it ain't Skype.
I was going to say, Kat is already guessing in the chat room that she's going to be pretty plastered. So.
Which one's that?
Kat,
You gotta talk into your microphone, Geoffrey. You keep fading out.
Yeah, let's explain that I'm hosting Kat sitting again. So, her laptop is nothing. House sitting in a different house. This is nothing. It's a beautiful Victorian house. It has no ghosts whatsoever. It's completely still water place.
Yeah, you minded up having to take that microphone and head thing.
Yeah, Kat has already indicated it's inside the kitty. Let me pull the headset here.
Now, I hope you guys are keeping track of what you're supposed to be drinking and how many.
Well, I'm sure they know what they'll be drinking.
I already heard Jeff say 3 or 4, so I guess you better catch up, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And we do have a whole chat room full tonight, so I want to thank you all for being here with us right here on Para-X.
Drink.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, and you also said the C word, as it were.
Oh,
Don't mind if I do.
Chat room. Oh, yeah.
You realize
if you hear
they're
anything,
not going to understand us by the end of the show, right?
That's what I'm hoping for. I've kind of got
Yeah,
a little bit of what Patsy's had, and so I'll probably from time to time be muting my mic. So, and maybe I'll be
Okay.
feeling a lot better by the end of the show.
Yeah, if you hear anything odd in the background here, my friends are still here. They haven't left to go to their what they're going to be going to the Rose Parade, and they're meeting my friends' relatives and such. And right now they have the Twilight Zone marathon on Siffy. So if you hear anything odd in the background, that's because they have Siffy on.
Oh, well, good.
Well, if you hear anything odd in the background here, that's me falling out of the chair, hitting the floor.
There you go.
Just go on about your business. It's New Year's.
Nothing to see here.
I'm sure that a little bit later on, we're going to be having Dave come on and talk with us for a little bit. He's having a big New Year's Eve party at his house. Oh, and but he said he would take time out to come on and chat with us for a few minutes. So
Cool.
we'll talk with him. You know, it has been a year now since you and since Jeff and Craig has
That's 2 drinks.
Oh my! I hope you guys don't take big drinks because you're gonna be sipping an awful lot. But it's been a year since you guys have come on to the show.
Technically a year tomorrow.
Yes, we'll be a year tomorrow. And wanted to talk a little bit about what your guys' thoughts and everything on doing the first year of the show. And doesn't matter. Craig, you can go first if you want.
I've had a great time. We've had some amazing guests. I'd love to go through them all, but I don't remember right now.
You'll be remembering less as the day goes on, I think. Yeah.
It's just been a tremendous year. I've learned a lot. I hope to do more. I enjoy the live shows as well as I know you do, Henry, being in an actual location. I just think that's a lot more fun and interacting with the people. It's just been a blast over this last year.
Of course, you realize you said Henry, right?
Uh-oh.
You said what?
I'm drinking.
He said Henry. You know, that's a drink right there.
Oh, okay. Well, I've enjoyed it from the first show, which of course was an interesting disaster in the making because my former friend lost her mind while I was on the show, and I still wish that had been recorded. That would have been so brilliant. But yeah, we've had some awesome guests. With Ghost Soldiers, Stephen Hill, John Sable, and Cat Clack Out, and such. And it's been a lot of fun. We've had the Museum of Spiritual Investigation, Louis Charles, and of course Roberta Grimes. That was one of my favorite shows. And Alan Levine and some of the other Para X, hosts and such, like Marla and Ladine have been on.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. But I also enjoy when you guys go on location and they have the video feed, which is always interesting because we all sit there and we're like matrixing, saying, "Oh, we think we saw something go by." Well, they did or didn't. I don't know.
That's one thing I'd like to do this year. I was talking to Dave, and I actually have everything to do a video, a Para X Vision show. So that would be fun. That's something in the new year that I've been thinking about also.
Well, I'm going to have to remember this. There's I frequent these sites that do these one deal a day, and they have like really usually expensive things that are like on sale for like $30 as opposed to like $200 or something. And one of them
that I've come across, and they've had it twice, so it might cycle around again. It's like a home security system, and you can hook it up to your computer, and it has 4 IR cameras. And it occurred to me, I was thinking, oh, that would be really great for an investigation. And then I thought, like, but how could I use it? And I realized you guys can really probably use it because you guys have places to go and actually do that with a live broadcast. I'm just saying.
True. And I know that January the 28th, we will be doing another live broadcast from Morrison Masonic Lodge in Kentucky. So, yeah, so that'll be good. And I'll talk more about those later on because there's some other things we're going to be doing.
Was that the one where they had the ball up on the balcony or something?
Yes, they had a ball up there. If my microphone will sit still and quit trying to run away.
And the room stopped spinning.
I have had that happen once before.
But the room starts drinking enough that your room starts spinning?
Yeah, well, it didn't start spinning until I laid down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's when it becomes bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
But, you guys, when I first asked each one of you if you wanted to be a co-host, won't you tell us what your thoughts were and what actually convinced you to do the show?
Well, I'll go first. I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. As you guys have both found out over the year, I don't talk a whole lot. But
when you do, you ask really good questions, though. When you do talk,
that's true.
Well, thanks, Jeff.
And you've started opening up more in the last couple of months. I mean, you have been talking a lot more.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm pretty quiet, laid back. I'm the guy that sits in the back room and listens most of the time. But yeah, I was a little nervous, but I figured, maybe if I could help, anybody with anything I have to say. And I, like I said, I learned a lot as well. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to do it. And I was very interested in talking to different people and getting their opinions on different subjects. So, that was pretty much it. Man, a few words.
Well,
I think there's a ghost in the chat room.
There is one?
That was really organically spoken there.
Wait, that's 2 drinks.
More like 4 drinks.
That's
actually.
4, Henry.
I didn't have my shoes off, so I couldn't count that high.
Well, when I was first asked, I looked forward to it. I also wanted to make sure Henry, was sober, or when he sobered up that he remembered, saying, "Oh yeah, I did ask him." Whether or not he had called me as a drinking game, call somebody to make him the new co-host. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I have to admit, though, I thought, I can, it's one thing to type my jokes into the chat room. Here, I can actually say them live. But there's just enough of a delay that the comic timing falls down a lot. So I'll go to say something, and other people start talking, and I can't really trample over them. So the joke gets lost. So usually, I'm like, at least the chat room makes my jokes, so I just type them into the chat room. Oh my God! I think I just had everybody drink an entire bottle.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
You better take
I'm gonna have to refill here shortly.
Couple big sips there, boy.
And now, of course, I only have the right hand because the other hand is holding the phone to my ear. So I'm like, I can't type jokes tonight.
Don't you have a speakerphone on your phone?
I do, but I don't know if it'll get feedback, or if it'll make me sound even worse.
Well, just try it, Jeff. Get a drink in each hand and try it. We'll tell you.
There you go. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, and Ghost Soldier Pat says we should do a Jersey Devil Hunt, which I completely agree with, by the way.
Oh, we can do that.
All right, so
let me finish this bottle of wine up, and I should be able to help him find one.
Well, I have friends who are New Jersey ghost hunters. New Jersey Devil hunters. By the way, that probably counts. That was a slip, but and I got to get back on them, and at least maybe my friend Brian will come on. Because he does a lot of Jersey Devil hunting. They go down to the Pine Barrens so often that when they made this little no-budget horror film, they used the Pine Barrens as their location. And the thing is it's like another world down there. If anyone's ever seen pictures of the Pine Barrens in New Jersey, it's like another world. It's like some blasted heath or like a post-apocalyptic landscape where the trees look like they've all been burned into coal, and it's just really weird. And Tabby, yes, there are Sasquatches in New Jersey. Tabby in the chat room said that. And there's another one. I'll put that on the paper. And
was that another chat room?
Oh,
exactly.
No.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend. I really need to get from him the details again because he told me this many years ago. But in northwest New Jersey, which is a lot of forest, a lot of people don't realize how much forest is in New Jersey. He saw a Sasquatch from across either I think it was a lake, but I don't know which lake. So I need to get that information to put it on my paranormal page on my website. Most people here know that on my jeffgould.net website I have a page that is simply like paranormal experiences I've had and friends have had, and different hauntings and ghosts and such like that I've had.
And you do also have all the shows that we've done. And when applicable, you do have the podcasts up.
Yes. Yeah, that's jeffgould.net/2011 pnv.htm. And I was thinking maybe, it's a page for each year, but I thought, no, I'm going to make it easier for people just to find them. And it's just going to be one page. It's going to go on and on and on and on and on. And as we lose stuff like from Potomatic, I'll just, since I saved some, what I'll do is I'll just save, I'll put in a link so that people can at least hear. There won't be the embedded podcast, but it'll be a link to the podcast that's been saved.
Oh, that's good. That's good because we're now able to put them all up on demand on the Paranormal View site.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. Yeah.
So
I have a question for Doug and Pat, who are in the chat room right now, and I know they're listening. Doug and Pat, what about a live Para-X Vision show from the Burlington prison?
Ooh,
I'm going to wait for their answer in the chat room. That's in New Jersey.
Is it?
That is a great place.
Is that in Burlington, New Jersey?
Right.
Where in New Jersey
it's in Mount Holly, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So that's sort of near Philadelphia area. Okay, that's Central Jersey, near Camden and all.
Oh.
I've been to Mount Holly, so I know it's pretty much near that little crimp in the middle there.
Now,
evidently they're drinking, so I don't see an answer.
Oh, I seen an O. A whole bunch of O's.
Pat says Mount Holly, so I guess he's responding to my. Oh, we're also on a 20-second delay too, right, or something like that.
Yes, it's either 20 or 25, something like that.
Yeah, so it takes a while for them to, drink down a gullet and there you go.
Yeah, they've been having to kind of tip the glass quite a bit here.
They're all falling down on the floor laughing in the chat room, and I don't know why, unless they're all just drunk every time we reference the fact that they're where they are.
Well, I don't know. You guys,
okay, Pat says yes.
You guys,
Yay!
all right. I don't know. It'd have to be later on in the year before I'd be able to go, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh, it can be anytime, Henry.
Oh, okay.
That would just be Henry. You have to see this place, and Jeff, I would love for you to get back out to Jersey. We investigated the Burlington prison about 2 years ago, and that place was amazing.
So you
how
got
much activity did you come across?
Quite a bit. Actually, I don't know. I have a DVD of what took place there. We got a lot of activity there. There was a guard actually murdered there in one of the rooms, and we had a psychic with us. And he said, "Why am I seeing red all over?" And Pat got the blue light out. The what do you call
UV?
that thing? The
Ultraviolet?
UV light out.
ultraviolet. Yeah.
And you could still see the blood splatter everywhere.
Wow.
Nice.
It's an amazing place. I've been waiting to get back there. So,
So
Doug and Pat, if you can make that happen, that would be a great event.
did you get any
Pat
good?
says,
Go ahead.
Pat says they got a figure in the courtyard last time they were there.
Wow.
You can see their show on Burlington.
What did?
Perusing.
did
The typos are starting to come in big time.
oh.
That's New Year's Eve typos.
So did you get any good EVPs?
We got a lot of
I
great
said that word.
EVPs.
Oh.
Anything
Yes.
Class A or?
Oh yeah. I honestly don't remember right now, Jeff.
Oh
But
man, if I heard a good Class A EVP, I usually tend to remember them if I had them myself.
I remember Pat and a few others were trying to get into the bathroom. I don't know what it is about bathrooms and the paranormal, but they actually were trying to get in, and something was holding the door.
A little prison ghost valet,
I don't know.
washroom attendant. Oh, when you say holding the door, you mean holding it shut, not like this way, right past me.
No, it would not let them open the door.
Oh wow.
Evidently, I said something because Doug said drink, Craig. So here goes.
Uh-oh. Already? Oh man.
Oh, Pat says pushed the door back.
Yeah, they were trying to push it in, and it was pushing back. It would not let him in.
So you could actually feel, it wasn't like it was wedged on something, you could actually feel the force of the pushing.
Right.
Wow.
Sweet.
Now that would be neat there.
Yeah, seriously. And plus I have, Nyla says you have to drink again, Craig, because you said your own name.
Hey, no problem.
How did you do that? I didn't even hear him do that.
We're going to have to take a bathroom break here soon.
Yes, if you're ready for one, we can do that if you'd like.
Wait, you told people to have a pen and paper. You didn't tell them to have a bucket next to them?
No, I did not, because I figured we'd be
Jar.
taking enough breaks to where you'd have time to go take care of stuff.
There you go. And again, because Jeff said it again, now it says, and then I said it. Oh, man.
Man, you just said your own name, Jeff. Now I got to drink again.
Yeah, that's
I know, that's what I'm saying.
that's at least 3 more.
I'm reading out of the chat room, as it were.
These guys are on tonight.
Okay, what we're going
So
to do then-
Sweetie Cakes says she should go there. She lives in Medford.
All right.
And I have friends. One of my best friends lives in Hynella. I know that's near Mount Holly-esque, but Nyla says she's only taking sips.
Yeah, she has to. Okay. Let's take us a break here, and because it is New Year's Eve and it's time for, you might say, having fun. So we are playing the drinking game, and if you're not with us, come on over to para-x.com. Click on the show chat button at the side, right side of the page, and click on the player button at the top of the page, and you will be able to interact with us and have a great, great time. So, Jeff? Nah. Craig.
No, I'm not prepared.
Yeah,
Craig is free.
we'll let Craig take us out on the break. How does that sound?
That sounds great, but everybody be prepared to drink while we're on break. You are listening to The Paranormal View with Henry, Jeff, and Craig on the ParaX Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Paranormal View right here on the ParaX Radio Network.
Drink.
Drink, yes. And if you're not here with us, you're listening from somewhere from around the world, and you'd like to come in and join all these wonderful people that's here in the chat room, you can come over to para-x.com, click on the show chat button on the right side of the page, and click on the player button at the top of the page. You'll be able to send private chats to Geoffrey, Craig, or myself if you got questions for us, and we'll see what we can do about getting those answered. So, tonight we're playing the drinking game, and right now some people's probably already had to go through pretty much a couple of glasses as much as we've been calling them out. But just in case you just come in late and you don't know what the words are, if somebody says Para-X, EVP, Happy New Year, Haunted, Henry, Jeff, or Craig, it's all one drink. And if you hear the word ghost, zipping, or chat room, it's all 2 drinks. So you should be ready for the New Year's ball to drop by the time it comes around.
I don't think I'll see midnight.
Jeff, are you still with us?
Yes, I am. Henry, I am, yes.
Oh, no, that's, man. Drink.
Do it. I'm paying attention. I know what's wrong. Pat says that's 11 drinks right there.
They're going through the glasses real quick.
Hey, Pat, I want to see the end of the show. I don't mind New Year's, but I'd like to last till 10. So 11,
Now, we was talking about you guys, and this is your first year being on the show, because my co-host from when we first started, Beth Brown, she had to drop off because she had so many other things in the fire, and she just didn't have time to do the show anymore. And so I wanted to go ahead and get a couple guys to help out. And Craig, you was recommended to me by Leanne.
Oh, Leanne and Angela from Spirit History, yes.
Yes, they're the ones that recommended you. And I had I'd talked with Jeff. And when I first asked Jeff if he had thought about, being a host on a show, Jeff first remarked was that he was wanting to do a show, but he didn't know what he would do out there on the West Coast. So,
Exactly.
yeah, but finally I went ahead and asked him if he'd like to be a co-host on our show. And he gladly accepted, so I'm glad he did. We've had some good times through the year, and some kind of touchy ones, you might say. But, going through this first year, are you guys ready for another year?
Oh, yeah, me.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Now, the first show we did, and I don't remember exactly the date on it, we had some problems with the first show, or should I say Jeff had some problems with the first show, which was kind of funny. And
I so wish that was in the archives.
Yeah, we didn't have it taped, but I wished we did. And I think you ought to tell that story.
Well, and I should also point out, I'd actually been a guest on the Paranormal View with you and Beth for at least three appearances.
True. Yes.
So, but yeah, when in January 1st of this year, still this year, because it's March 5:30. Yeah. In fact, are we gonna? Oh no, it'll be only 10 o'clock when you guys are done. But yeah, when I had what I was certainly under the impression for many, many years, had a BFF who had taken me in when my Hollywood apartment roommate had mismanaged our funds, and we ended up being evicted. Technically, he got evicted. I was never on a lease, so my credit is crap in other directions. But my friend, for whom I was also her dog's caretaker when she would go away, I would house sit for her and everything. She said, "Well, I guess you'll be, staying with me because I was there a lot anyway, and it wasn't like she was a girlfriend. At least I was, there was never any attraction or anything. And her dogs absolutely loved me, including one of her two dogs, Dumbledore, who was had been very abused. But he knew that I was okay. It wasn't like he avoided me or anything. He and Champ, her chocolate lab, fell in love with me immediately. And so then I was staying with her in her Sherman Oaks apartment. And the thing was, is any time something didn't have to do with her, she tuned it out. So she was aware that I was going to be kind of hosting a show, but it didn't matter to her, so she didn't, really pay attention. So when it came up on January 1st, she decided to go into her OCD mode and said, "Well, we need to clean the apartment." I'm like, "Well, we could, I certainly will help after the show," and that'll be like, 7 o'clock. And she just got so enraged by this that if I wasn't talking like I'm doing now, she thought I was off the air. The concept that someone else on the radio might be talking didn't enter into her head. And it wasn't like she was listening to the show on her laptop in the other room. And finally, when the hour break came up, she couldn't conceive of the concept of it being a 2-hour show. So she just started banging on the door and demanding that we clean the apartment as though it was going to, either get dirtier or run away if we didn't clean it. So she just started banging on the door, smashing, and and the entire chat room could hear this commotion and everything. And thankfully, Henry was nice enough saying, pretty much, for God's sake, go handle it, because clearly you're going to get killed if you stay on the air. So he said, "Don't worry, you're not fired."
Yeah, we didn't need any bloodshed. That's for you sure.
Henry equals drink.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh. That's another one. Tip them glasses.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I just felt so bad that it didn't get recorded. Of all shows for the entire year, that would have just been so awesome. But I'm so pleased that it was witnessed by both Henry and by Craig and the chat room in general. So our regulars, our elite, as it were.
That's another one.
Exactly, because we do have one of the best groups of followers and fans. I mean, they're here every week. We're always thrilled to see them in the chat room, and they're very funny, very friendly. So if you're not over here at parax.com, just come on over and hit the show chat room button and come on in.
Well, there's about 3 drinks.
I know. I'm working on alcohol poisoning right now. So.
I counted a little more than that.
And Jeff, we have to thank you, because that's where Henry came up with the phrase to all our guests before the show: once we go to break, mute your microphone.
Well, it was one of the first times that I have never, I think Kat says some of us just live here, I did not know how to mute the mic, and I thought that turning the volume thing on my headset was controlling the volume of the outgoing. So, which is why, as the break was happening, and even while we came back to the show, everyone could hear my former friend losing her mind in real time. It was a brilliant piece of both, oh my God, what am I going to do? And at the same time, in my head, I'm like, well, at least it'll be funny later.
Well, now at that time you ended up having to move to someplace else, and
Yes,
now,
I went up to my friend up in Altadena, and I've been there for since then, since like the
and now you're
fourth or
fixing
fifth.
to move again first this year.
Yeah, he did. Apparently, he was not planning on my staying as long as I did, and so I essentially the people who rescued me that first night are taking me in, and I have. Oh, thank you, Patty. She fell for me. And they have a secondary building, sort of on the next property over, and they use it as a storage facility, pretty much, because they're wildlife rehabilitators. They have ducks, pigeons, squirrels, and geese, and all sorts of different animals that they're bringing, helping get healthy again. And they use, they have a lot of the storage feed and such like that into this little room, but they do have a bed, and it's a nice big bed, and it's nice and fluffy, and it was very nice and warm considering I'd been walking around after being kicked out. And it was at 10 p.m. at night that she finally kicked me out on January 3rd. So I'll be. I contacted them and said, listen, can I actually rent that room? And they said, oh yeah, no problem. So right now they're trying to get the bathroom working. Had been gutted, and their plumbers just sort of took a powder. So now they're lighting a fire and saying, and now the current timetable, I guess, is the plumbers are coming in on Tuesday. They're going to get in the new toilet and the shower. And, thank you, now, as to ever win the lottery, they're going to buy me my own place. Yay. And guess you didn't see that one coming, Henry. Yeah.
Hey, if she wins the lottery, that's plenty of money. I ain't worried about if she hits the lottery.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, but yeah, generally speaking, I'll be there. And the fun thing will be whether or not I can get internet there. I purchased a receiver that should be able to pick up. It's sort of like I'm hoping it's like a router. I'm not sure. I might have to buy a router and set it up so I can piggyback off their signal. And
well, does it have cable?
Well, not the storage shed, because it's like it's kind of it's kind of cluttered. I mean, I have no problem with it. To me, if I don't get rained on, it's shelter, and I'm fine with that. But I can't picture anyone else going in saying, "Oh, I can't wait to move in." And I'm like, works for me, as long as I have a place that I can sleep and have a computer desk and be online, then I'm a happy camper.
Well, that's good. I mean, if you can't get it through a router, though, there's a couple of other ways. You can go to satellite, or you can just have them run you a regular line out there.
Well, that's the thing is, I've been using a hard Ethernet cable right now from my home computer, the desktop, to my friend's router, and I'm not 100% sure if it would reach. I mean, technically, it would go across the yard and into another building altogether to attach to their router. But we'll see. I mean, we'll work something out in some way.
Yeah,
because I can't. It's gotten to the point that when they're saying how they're all of these end game scenarios like zombie apocalypse and how other ways the world will end. And one of the scenarios, there's a calendar out there. One of the scenarios is internet fails. I'm like, that would just how many of us have become so addicted and rely on the internet now that if it just goes, even if our own computer just goes crash, we're like, what do I do? Oh my God, I have to go get another computer.
Yeah,
but if the internet en masse went down, because Barry now in the White House has they're giving him a kill switch when he realizes I've had enough of these people saying I'm not doing a good job when I know I'm not doing a good job, but there you go. And he just decided to switch us all off, and we're going to be like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, just think what would happen if all cell phones went down.
Exactly, communications
people would
and everything.
be lost, yeah.
And And there was a time when it was so science fiction, the idea of carrying around a phone was just like, wow, that's Isaac Asimov talk.
Oh, yeah, yeah. People back in the 60s wouldn't even had a concept of that other than Star Trek.
Yeah. And, of course, now we're like, where are our flying cars? We should have flying cars by now. And bases on the moon.
So, what do you guys are looking for, I guess, toward the next year? What are you looking for Paranormal View?
Oh, for Paranormal View. Right here on parax.com.
Drink.
Yeah.
That's two.
That reminds us, and jetpacks. And Doug's like, no cell phone, oh my God, no. Well, certainly we I know we've got Karen Levine coming back. That's going to be good because she was an excellent guest.
Which one?
She's plugging Cincinnati Ghosts.
Oh, yeah, Karen Lavin, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Karen Levine, yeah, because she was just a wonderful guest. And reading Cincinnati Ghosts, she's got a really good, witty way of relaying the stories so that they're amusing as well as compelling. So, which is why when I came across her photos, I'm like, wow, that is one mischievous expression she has on her face. And then I read the book saying, that's why.
Yeah, she was a real good guest, and I've got her booked. I believe it's in January here.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what the date was, but she will be coming back for another show.
Yes, excellent. Yep. Yay. So, and we've got Thomas Fusco coming on. He's going to be talking about sort of quantum physics regarding the paranormal. He contacted us, and he did it through our Gmail account, and of course he didn't get a response because we kind of don't really monitor that as much as we should, I guess. And he contacted us directly, or at least me, and I was like, okay, well, let me check this guy out, and it seemed okay, and I listened to a couple of his appearances. I said, this guy could be interesting. And so some of his emails, he's interesting. I have a feeling he's not used to not getting his way, if that makes sense. I guess he's used to things going in the way he's expecting. I don't know if it's because, like, The Secret or something like that, but you never know. I guess, he definitely had a lot to say, and his book is interesting reading. I've been reading it, and I had it with me to read over the weekend, another couple of chapters. So it's not quite as white as Michael Talbot's The Holographic Universe, but it looks in different directions and such. It should be a good show. Oh, Pat is talking about time and space here, where he's wondering where socks go when you lose them in the dryer.
Oh, yeah, socks? Yeah, they do.
That's just dimensional stuff right there.
They do tend to disappear.
Exactly.
So,
Well, I think Louis Anderson once said they escape when you don't notice. They go around you. He says that's why when you're walking down the street and you see a sock just laying on the side of the road, that's a sock that didn't make it.
so
Pat just said it right there. He says they go through a portal and they shoot out of the street, so you only see one wet sock in the street. There you go.
So, Craig, what do you look forward to with Paranormal View this year?
As I said earlier, I would love to do a lot more live events. I love interacting with the people that are right there in front of you. Not that I'm dissing any guests that we have. It's just a lot of fun being on location and in a haunted place. The atmosphere is just, I don't know, the electricity is just there. I love being in a live location, so I'd like to do a lot more of those this year.
Well, I think
or 2012 in 3 hours.
I like it because once the show is over, I get to go out and actually investigate there.
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was impressed with Scarefest, watching a lot of the live feeds, certainly like the lovely and talented Sandy, who has also been a guest on our show. And
Hold on a minute, Jeff.
What?
You'll see. Hang on.
Okay. Well, I know. Well, yeah. But, next time you go, Henry, Dave can show you how to hit video record so the video will be saved as well as the audio.
Yes. I haven't thought about trying to actually do video. It's an awful lot of more equipment that I have to have.
Well, plus you've got your co-hosts in completely different locations. So yeah.
True. About the only time that we usually have video is when I go with Dave, and he also broadcasts it on Parax Vision.
Yeah, exactly. But when you do those, we'll have to have him hit the video record so we can have it saved that way as well. Especially if something comes up on the camera that, like, whoa.
That's one of the things that I am looking forward to, is doing more of the live shows. I know we're going to be going to Elizabethtown, Kentucky on the 28th. We're going to be in Wilmington, North Carolina, March the 17th at the Battleship.
Which battleship is that?
USS North Carolina. We're going to be setting a date, Dave will be, for Whispers Estate over in southern Indiana. That's supposed to be a really active place from what I understand. So that should be a good one. We're looking to fix a date for Para-X to go to Hillview Manor. And we're looking for a place, the ice cream place there in Gettysburg. So hopefully we'll get to do all those places this year.
Gettysburg. I'll have to research that place.
You have to research that place?
I don't know a lot about
the
it.
John Weinberger house?
Yeah.
Twin Sycamores?
He was already there. He's done drank so much he don't remember being there.
Where do you want to go in Gettysburg?
The ice cream place there. G's Ice Cream. Yeah.
The
Mr.
Twin
G's.
Sycamores.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
That place is amazing. I've been wanting to get in there since I first started going down there. I took my first ghost tour in 96, 97, and that's, doing this show. I was very fortunate this year to get in there during one heck of a snowstorm that basically closed the town down. But just being in that place was an honor. So I would hope that everybody gets there to see the place.
oh,
And
yeah.
I'm rambling, so I'm shutting up now.
That's okay. No, okay.
You're
We
doing
get
fine.
to have some haunted ice cream, I guess, while you're there.
Oh, Lord, another drink. I think Jeff's just throwing them words out there.
Well, you came
Well-
up with the list. I'm not,
Well,
I'm
my-
just,
My son, Ruppy, a.k.a. Corey, you better not drink and drive tonight, just saying, was just telling me in the chat. He's in the chat room, and so he wants to get a little buzz on. So Henry and Jeff and the Para-X chat room, Happy New Year. So there you go, Corey. Happy New Year.
yeah, even I haven't said Happy New Year, everybody. I should have, should I?
How many times?
There's Ruppy. Okay, I see him.
How many times did you say Happy New Year?
He just said it twice. That's the first time I said it.
Ah, now.
He said it at the beginning of the show, and
that's about
and
3
now
or
he's
4.
wishing Ruppy a Happy New Year as well.
That was 3 or 4 drinks right there. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I'm on it.
I figure somebody's going to need the ER by the time the show is over. I was something as squeezing his leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
now,
not sure what squeezing is with an S, but you know.
The house that you're sitting in, have you done the show from that house before?
I may have. I believe I probably have because I've cat and dog not dog, but cat sit and house sit here before, and most likely this year, probably back in March. Let me take a look here. Take a look at the page. Using a laptop, so I have to get used to it. Let's see. It's probably my absence. No, that's when I was into this too. No, I'm pretty sure I did. I'd have to go through. I didn't put it on the page as to that kind of detail. It would be on the report pages, and that's like almost 50 report pages ish. But I'm sure at some point, probably in the spring, because my friends work the Ren Fair.
We got somebody that's going to come on here and tell everybody Happy New Year and talk with us for a few minutes.
Anyone we know?
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah.
I
Hello.
heard her.
Hello, Sandy. How are you doing?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year. We got Sandy on with us. Sandy Peters. So,
how's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing absolutely great. Not feeling too much right now.
Happy New Year, Sandy.
Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't drink, but I was cooking tonight, making a lovely dinner, and you know what? I had the wine before I did the cooking. That's not a good idea. I didn't have a lot, but I don't know. It doesn't take much, I don't think.
That's right. It doesn't take very much. I started with 1 glass, and I might have a half of it left. So if I get through that whole glass and still able to finish the show up, I'll be doing good.
So essentially, you just need a bottle and a straw.
Henry, you got to catch up.
I'm trying. My sips have been kind of small, just so I can make it through the show. But,
there you go.
But I am drinking, so.
No more for me. I think I'm going to have coffee and or water. I don't know.
So, Sandy, you have a show on here. What do you think of the past year so far?
I think it's been an amazing year. As of the end of November, I've been on ParaX for 1 year, actually. And I've had an amazing time. Oh, thank you. I've had an amazing time. I've met a lot of amazing people and people from all around the world. And I've had Dr. Raymond Moody on a few times, and he is just, I don't know, he's just amazing. I love listening to him and, what he has to say about the near-death experience. So, and I've had an amazing time. I think there's so many wonderful people out there that contribute so much to our lives. And so I've, been very fortunate to meet some of those people. And hopefully I can do that for some other people out there. And I don't know, I just try my best. I think I'm starting to ramble, Craig, just like you.
Oh, you are listening. Oh, okay.
So,
I think we're rambling now.
So what do you got?
I'm a hick.
Yes, you are.
You aren't any different than the rest of us. I hate to tell you that. But what have you got coming up for next year, Sandy?
Oh my gosh, I have a lot of things coming up, and a few of them I really am not supposed to really discuss it yet. And
That won't stop it. Oh, wait.
yeah, I know. I'm trying not to say too much about it. I need more coffee though, or water, one or the other, both. No, but I have some really great things coming up, and so yeah, I'm working on some live events and some international appearances right now, actually.
Wow.
That is
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
But international appearances are just like Canada. Barely count.
No, no, more international. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this 2012 for me is going to be a time for really stepping out. I'm going to finish my doctorate, my PhD. I'm going to write my second book and, kind of get out more, travel more.
Is it going to be a prequel like Butterfly Soul? It'll be called, Caterpillar Soul or something?
Okay, that wasn't funny. No, no, I'm not gonna tell you what it's gonna be called, but it's gonna be book 2, and it's gonna be amazing. At least I think it's gonna be amazing.
I'm sure it will. Yes.
And when we were at Mr. G's, Sandy was supposed to be there, and a freak snowstorm out of nowhere
kept her from it.
Kept her from it. She was going to be our guest host, and take a walk through the place, and she's already picked up some amazing things from the attic, especially. So I don't know, maybe we can do that in 2012.
Yeah, when we get it set up and everything to go over there, I don't see why she just can't come right on down there and be with us.
I would love to. I live pretty close to Gettysburg, about an hour and a half away.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I love going to Gettysburg, and Mr. G's has the most amazing ice cream ever.
Really?
I mean, it's worth it just for the ice cream.
Just for the ice cream, huh?
Yeah, definitely. But I did go in the attic there, and I immediately picked up on children and a lot of children that were playing there, and he said that that's where the children would play, and I had no idea about that, but I'm looking forward to doing another walkthrough there for sure.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love working with Sandy because she sees and hears things, and with the equipment, we can validate all that. And as past times, everything has been validated that Sandy has said.
Well, I want to say too, I've had an amazing year with you, Craig, doing some investigations. We've really had a great time in Gettysburg, and I don't know. I look forward to more great times. What do you think?
Myself as well.
Yeah.
It's always fun with you. Fairfield, everything, Antietam. We've always, hit the ball out of the park, so to speak.
Yeah. Remember when I picked up on Jenny Wade? I had no idea that
Yes.
Jenny Wade had been at that one location.
In the cemetery, yes. That was, and I have that on video, but that's between you and me.
That's right. Maybe we'll get it out there, put it on my website or something. I don't know.
Always a great time with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was with Sandy down at Scarefest. I had a great
Oh yeah,
time down there.
Scarefest rocked, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the second time.
Then
I've
you know
been
Henry.
There.
And there are still video clips of her interviewing people on the In Demand, I believe.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Zach Bagans, everybody. I thought that was. Were you there? Hey. Were you there, Henry, when I was interviewing Zach Bagans?
I don't think so. I think you'd already interviewed him because I was out doing something else.
I don't know if that was
help
one
him
of
with
the
his
3
makeup?
clips.
Now, I want to say that Zach Bagans, I thought he was really great. I really enjoyed the discussion with him about his new book, and he talked about his journey, and I thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed interviewing him.
That's good.
Total silence.
No, that's
Carrie in
that
Carrie
is-
in the chat room says kill Zach says the ghost, and I'm like, what, the ghost of Craig already? What?
Oh no, here we go again. That's another drink, you know that.
Exactly.
Drink.
Well, oh no.
I agree. I would love to be able to get to Scarefest, but it's in flipping Kentucky.
True, but airplanes fly into Lexington or Louisville, either one.
Yeah, this is true, but they don't take, beads.
They don't.
Oh, amazing, huh?
Well, use tokens.
There you go.
Oh no.
Well, Sandy, I want to thank you for taking the time to stop in and chat with us and
Absolutely.
being able to wish everybody a happy new year and ring it in with the Paranormal View.
Well, thank you for having me on. I do want to say, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy 2012, and I hope it's the best for you ever. And so, I don't know, make it a great year. It's sort of up to us, you kind of have to make that choice and just go for it. Go after your dreams. That's what I say to everybody.
Oh, yes. That's exactly the way you have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate you taking the time to be on with us.
No problem. And now I'm
Thank you,
gonna go.
Sandy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Everyone take
Happy
care.
New Year to you.
All right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye, Sandy.
Bye.
Bye, Sandy.
Bye.
Sandy is a great person, and she has a great show right here on Para X
Called Soul Chat.
called Soul Chat. So,
That follows us, doesn't it?
huh?
Doesn't that follow us tonight?
No, she's on Thursday at 10.
Right. She's on.
Oh, that's right. She's at the Marla show. What am I thinking? Yeah.
Right. Excuse me, I had to take another drink. These guys are just saying them words way too much there. So,
Well, you didn't get to the mute button fast enough to start sneezing, did you?
well, we're coming up on another break, you might say. So,
Is it sort of like kind of pregnant? I mean,
yeah. So I think Geoffrey, it's about your turn. I think.
exactly. Well, everybody, you're listening to Henry, Craig, and Geoffrey on the New Year's Eve drinking edition of the Paranormal View. So if you're not in the chat room already, come over to parax.com and para-x.com and press the para-x radio player and select the show chat button for our friendly interactive chat room. So we'll be right back after this break. If Henry can you see straight enough to hit the right button right here on parax.com.
Whether you're listening at home, at work, or anywhere, thanks for making Para-X part of your day. Your source for everything paranormal, Para-X.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Paranormal View right here on the Para-X Radio Network. Want to thank everybody for listening tonight, those who are listening from around the world. If you're not here with us in the chat room, you can do so by coming over to para-x.com and click on the show chat button on the right side of the page and click on the player button at the top of the page. You'll be able to interact with all these wonderful people that's in here, and you'll be able to private chat questions to Geoffrey, Craig, or myself, and we'll be more than happy to see you in here tonight on our New Year's Eve party.
Drink.
A couple of them, matter of fact, I think. So, speaking of some of the guests that we've had on the shows, I know what's some of the shows that stand out in your guys' minds that we've had. Craig?
Well, as far as mine, the UFO MUFON incident. That's
Incident?
yeah. I'm a little nervous about talking about UFOs and aliens now because of that MUFON incident. And I meant no disrespect to MUFON. I honestly didn't. I just asked the guest his opinion, and he kind of flipped out. I don't remember his name, but that was not good.
Yeah, there wasn't Preston Dennett. That would have been
I think
Paul
this was
Hellyer?
around May. It was earlier in the year. It was earlier in the year, and the guy just started flipping out on MUFON, and which started not a good thing.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, we had-
honestly, I meant no disrespect to MUFON.
Right.
I was just asking a question. And I actually heard, I was at a conference, and somebody from MUFON was telling about an event, and I just asked an opinion, and he kind of flipped out a little bit,
Right.
and it just went downward from
it went
there.
Down from there. Yeah.
Well, it certainly seemed to be his opinion then, I guess.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, it wasn't anything to have been negative, but everybody was taking it the wrong way, and they was
Well,
trying. They was trying
In August we had the Canadian Minister of Defense, Paul Hellyer,
yes.
and was it him? Because he's, apart from Preston Dennett, that was about it, UFO-wise this year.
Yes.
No, this guy was earlier in the year.
Oh yeah, I would have
Oh,
mentioned.
the one that did that was Bigfoot, Jody Cook. He was one that was on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that was early April.
Right. That was earlier in the year. But yes, I wouldn't mind getting some more shows on UFOs. Wouldn't mind a couple shows this year with talking about maybe like shadow people, black-eyed kids, and some things like that too. So we have to.
Well, even Kat in the chat room even points out, hence the disclaimer: the opinions of the guests are not necessarily those of the show host.
Show, right? That's true. Yeah, and that's exactly why you play that. So.
Yeah. You should start playing it when they freak out.
Yeah. So, yes, and then of course the first show of the year that stood out as far as having something happen on the show, you might say.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun at Antietam.
Yes, where Craig had to go swimming.
Yeah, nearly drowned. That was fun.
That was actually a lot of fun. It was like 90 degrees. It was hot. I was going for a swim.
Did you ever play that back? Did you ever play that back and listen to the whole show, Craig?
I listened to the end. They sounded quite panicked, which honestly I didn't mean for them to be. But like I said, it was hot. That water was cold, and when I went under, I was going to the bottom, and I was going to lay there for a while and cool off.
Well, the thing was that John was crying out, saying, Craig, and it was this long pause, and I just said, no, looks like we need to find another co-host.
Well, I was, who was I? Captain J.D. Griswold, and I was supposed to get shot about halfway across the river, which John Sable is great to work with. It's not a typical ghost investigation. He calls it an excavation, which he's digging through layers of time, which is great. And when you go with John Sable, you have a part. He gives you a role to fill, and you have to do that. So I was filling the role of Captain J.D. Griswold, and I got shot about halfway through, and I made this noise like I got shot, and I went under the water, and obviously, they thought something was wrong, but I was fine, and I apologize if anybody thought I was hurt or anything, but that was just a great time. Swimming in the Antietam River. I'll always have a memory of that.
And no blood in it as well.
No, but you know what, Jeff? Driving home that night, I wear a Celtic ring on my right hand. And driving home, I got almost to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and my hand started hurting. And I turned on the light, and there was a deep gash in my ring finger. My ring was bent, and there was a deep gash in my finger, but no blood.
Oh.
And I talked to John about that, and he's, maybe recreating that scenario. A Confederate soldier maybe stepped on my hand, as crazy as it sounds. I've seen and heard a lot crazier, but I believe that because I don't remember bumping my hand at all. So John Sable, when you work with him, be ready for anything because he's an amazing guy.
It's not necessarily anything also paranormal that the not remembering banging your hand, because people can sustain injuries without realizing it. I was doing a stage show, and during one of the final dress rehearsals, one of the actors took his drink, and instead of putting the glass on the mantelpiece, put it on a table where I usually slam my hand down to run around that table. And I put my hand down, and I shattered the drinking glass with my hand. And as I was doing it, I was like, oh, that can't be good. And it was so surgical that had I not looked down, I would not realize that I had sliced the meat of my thumb so surgically that I was bleeding like a stuck pig. Now, had it been a performance, I wouldn't have probably even paid attention. I would have kept going because there was never, ever any pain, even though I was bleeding like a horror movie. And I told him, I said, thank goodness it wasn't a performance, because the next thing I had to do is grab the lead heroine by the shoulders and shake her. So I would have left bloody handprints on her costume and everything. So you can really bang up without realizing it until minutes later.
Now, I do want to let everybody know that, and thank the ones that are listening from around the world. We do have quite a few. We got listeners tonight from the U.S., the U.K., Australia, and that mysterious other place. So, welcome everybody.
Oh, Europe is already into the new year, so they're all south.
Oh, yeah.
But that's all good. You can join us.
That's true. And
exactly.
They can drink a little more here. Yeah.
Exactly. Over here in our chat room at Paranormal.
Oh, that's another drink.
Yeah.
2 of them, matter of fact. Yeah.
Three. Pay attention.
Oh. Now, what are some of the shows that we have had? Some of the guests.
Well, let's see.
Now I know we've had the Ghost Soldiers with Doug and Pat. We've had them on a few times.
Right. And John Sable twice. Stephen Hill.
We've had Cat Cloco.
Yeah, and the Southern Ohio Apparition Research.
Right.
As well as Terry and Brian Seach.
Right. We've had Annie Wilder.
Yes, Annie Wilder was great. John Williams.
We've had Thomas Freese.
Elizabeth E. Cox, which has a great book on free internet sources if you're into historical places and people, which it's an awesome book.
That was great.
Exactly. Lewis Charles.
Lewis Charles. Which, I regret that show because I don't know if you guys remember. I was up watching my grandson that day, and I decided to take a nap about 3 o'clock, and I woke up and it was like 8:45. I was like, I've been waiting to talk to Lewis Charles forever, and I was already 45 minutes late. And the only thing I could think of was, you better get some coffee before you plug in that mic.
We've had Roberta Grimes on The Fun of Dying.
Yes, that was an interesting show.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rick Hayes, You're Not Crazy, You Have a Ghost.
Oh, yes. Rick Hayes.
Rick was great.
Yeah.
We had
Triops.
We had Edie Nathan.
Edie Nathan, which I only got to talk about an hour of that show.
Right. We was having some kind of technical difficulties with that.
Oh, actually, I was at a wedding in Salem, Massachusetts, so I had to leave,
Oh, is
which
that what it was?
I regret.
Ah.
Yes. I mean, the wedding was great. Don't get me wrong. Congratulations, Roger and Erica. But I had to leave about an hour into the show.
We also had John Kachuba on.
And also demonologist Thomas Durant
Right.
of Altered States, and of course our own lovelies Laura Carr Griffith and Leanne Ball of Fat Ladies of the Paranormal.
Yes. We also
Yes.
had Leah Scott Price.
Yes, it was very sweet in person.
So did-
We've met her a few times.
You got to meet her.
But she's out here.
Yeah, she's out there. And
Yeah.
you can't do any pictures for her either.
I what?
You can't.
Oh,
do-
I provided some photos, didn't I?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think you could do pictures for her. I mean,
I'm not sure what that means.
no, I
she-
mean, well, she
her
does
photos,
films. Yeah, she does films, but her actors aren't with the Actors Guild, right?
Oh, I can't be in her movies, is what
Right.
you're saying. No, right now, yeah, she mainly does she sort of does little sort of trailerettes that promote her books. She, as such, more than feature films per se.
Right.
Her rather serial killer angel books, as they were. And we've had Lori Angel and Kim Bates of the Ohio Ghost Hunters Association.
Right. We had who was the guy from the Sycamores? What was his name?
Oh, well, we were talking.
Mike Gladfelder.
Right.
Yeah.
We had him.
We had, of course, our own Marla Brooks has been on with Tim Shaw. Not at the same time, but Tim Shaw as well.
And we've had the Haunted Housewives.
Yes, who won the episode of Zach Bagans' Paranormal Challenge.
Oh yeah. So we
And
had.
Edie,
Go ahead.
sorry?
Go ahead.
I was going to say we have Andrew Thompson and Stacy Ann Raposo from LA Paranormal, on whose webisodes I've been twice. When we investigated under the Colorado Street Bridge and got a really weird EVP, and at Linda Vista, where they didn't mention this, but when I saw the webisode, I didn't realize that while my digital recorder wasn't getting anything, their video camera was picking up EVPs.
It wasn't. It didn't get
Sorry, what?
anything. It didn't get anything at all.
Not on my digital recorder, but on the playback of the video, there were EVPs coming up on the video audio.
Why do you
So
think?
they actually would stop and back up and say, at this point, we heard a weird EVP, and they backed up. They'd play it again, and they'd put the little subtitles so you know what was being said. And sure enough, there was stuff that I was right there, and I didn't hear it. But there it is. It showed up on the video, or on the video camera's audio.
Why do you think it'll pick up on one, not on the other?
I don't know. I when I was in the Queen Mary with the Constantinos, they were picking up EVPs. They were doing little EVP blasts, and they would back up, and I would go over the same audio, and I got nothing. I felt lucky. I got the one Class A that I got in the dressing room. But I had to go through a lot of audio tape. Audio digit. Oh, that doesn't even make sense. A lot of recording before I got to the Class A EVP.
Now, go
One
ahead.
of my very first EVPs was on a video camera. I had it running in a old jail cell, and I let it run for about 45 minutes. And I went back to get it. Right before I got there, there was a whisper into the camera that said, "Why me?"
Really?
in one of the cells. Yeah, that was very interesting.
Huh.
Cool.
And what place was this at?
Oh my gosh. It was down near Altoona, Cambria County Prison, the old Cambria County Prison. And was an awesome place. I haven't been there in probably 3 or 4 years, but that was one of the EVPs that stands out in my mind because that was one of the few that I got on video. And like you said, Henry, why video? Why recorder? That was it was very interesting to me.
I never thought of using a video recorder like that to see if you can catch EVPs from one and not on the other.
I've gotten 3 or 4 other on during video, but I mean, it's mostly on audio recorder, but on that particular one, it was right by a cell and the voice was a male. It said, "Why me?"
Cool.
Wow.
Well, we also had psychic Candy O'Donnell on, who I met at Linda Vista because she was sharing a table with Lisa Scott Price, and we introduced ourselves, and we got her as a guest. And unfortunately, that was one of the evenings that Skype and recording in general just refused to be cooperative. So we unfortunately didn't get that particular episode recorded. But we also had Barbara Story and Robbie Thomas, who was really cool.
Robbie Thomas, is that the one where you guys got the typewriter?
Yes.
I was having trouble that night.
No, it was. That was the night that we got the typewriter.
Yes, exactly. Because once he started talking about the Saley house, all of a sudden, click, 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 click. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not me. And it's the wrong kind of typing, too. That was a lot of fun. That was when I was house sitting for the 2 Beagles, who decided to bark just before that started happening.
He's got a show coming out, actually. I just saw he posted. So congratulations, Robbie.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, cool.
Now,
And we had Ladine.
yes.
Yeah.
We've had Ladine. She is on with Metaphysically Speaking. Great show there.
And we can't forget Don Shy.
Yeah. I want to do a special thanks to our friend Don Shy. The very best to you, and all our thoughts and prayers go out to you, and hope that 2012 will be a very good year for you.
Very
Well
good,
said,
yeah.
Henry.
Yes.
Well said.
Yes.
I thought Tracy Austin Peters was very good on Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, that was a good show.
That was a good
Yeah,
show.
Of course, she, if memory serves, she's the one that also was not too appreciative of my attempts at humor. I would like try saying something funny, and even with the silence, it just sounded like there was a snarl coming. I'm like, I think I'll just stop now.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure that
That
was
room froze up, or is it my computer? Nobody's talking.
Nobody's talking like how? You mean in chat?
As in brief moments of silence. We're having a couple of dead air moments here, I guess. So
Maybe they're all
we're all trying to
PMing
figure out
each
who's
other.
going to
I
speak next.
don't know.
Well, we had Thomas Freeze on, who's written so many books, it's amazing. And John Kachuba and such.
Right. Now we've had a lot of Para X people that's been on this past year too. We've had Reverend Tim Shaw.
Tim
Yeah.
Shaw was awesome.
And
Tim,
Marla.
I still want to investigate with you sometime up in Buffalo area, so give me a call.
We've had Marla Brooks on, yes.
Yeah.
We've had Ladine on. We've had Sandy Peters on. We've had Kimmy J on.
Yeah.
We've also had Rick Hayes on. And we've had Laura Carr Griffith and Leanne Ball from the Fat Ladies on. And we've had Eric B on.
Eric B. I will never forget him.
We've also
No, he's a great guy, but he talked more during our show than I've talked the entire year, which is great. Eric, keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
Well, that's what you hope for when you have a guest, you want to be able to just ask a question and let them talk. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, when is his show Emergency Encounters on nowadays? It's on Power X here.
You know, I work second shift, so I miss everything.
Oh.
I don't get to listen to a whole lot.
Well, you can go back. Most of the shows, or I should say a lot of the shows, do podcast on their on-demand page. And if you want to know where that's at, you got to go to the para-x.com website, and up at the top you'll see where it has
in demand.
In demand. Oh, well, that's on the main menu on the left, not at the top anymore. But you can go to the on-demand archives and pick out the show that you want to listen to, and it has, each show has all their shows, podcasts on there, so you can listen to whichever one you want, which is good. They have that really fixed up now. So Para-X has changed a lot too throughout the year, which is good.
Yeah.
I really am looking forward to the new year. As I was saying before, we do have some other places that we're trying to get set up to be able to do shows from. This past year, I did a live show down at Elizabethtown. I did a live show from Hillview Manor. And I believe I did a live show from Waverly. Wasn't that Waverly this year? I think I did a live show from there too.
Did we do a live show from Waverly?
I don't think so, Henry. Maybe that was last year.
No, maybe it was last year. I guess we did that. Right. I did one last year. I didn't go there this year.
Yeah. We only had the haunted housewives who had been to Waverly themselves.
Right. We were supposed to have done one over at Columbus, Indiana, and I couldn't get a good connection, so I had to come back here to do the show. But I called people in by phone who was there doing the investigation, so you might say it was kind of live from there.
Yeah.
Might be having somebody else come on here in just a minute. So I'm sure you guys got something else to say. Talk away.
Blah, blah, blah. Well, some people... What?
I was going to say drink up, but Jeff.
Just on a completely stupid personal note, for some people who follow my acting career, I worked on a film back in early November, and the production's a little dodgy, apparently, even though they've got some name actors in it. I know they've got Helen Hunt and some other people I recognize whose names will leave me at the moment, but they were really late in paying us, like 20 days, and they got penalized for that, which was really great. So I actually got really well paid for that particular night. What was interesting is they actually had me reading from a prayer book as I was officiating over these funeral scenes. And the production was pretending that I was still background. The thing is when background is given a line or vocalizations, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll say, just mouth what you're saying. So a lot of times when you're watching a TV or a movie and somebody will pass a receptionist and they'll say, good morning, doctor, or something like that, usually what happens is it's a background person being paid peanuts who is mouthing the words, good morning, doctor, and then they bring in some ADR person who's paid like a background person to say, hello, doctor, in a recording studio, so that they're paying two people pittance instead of paying the actor a principal role contract. So instead of mouthing it, and they never told me to mouth it, I read from this book every single take. And I finally decided, they waited 20 days to pay me. They really should have upgraded me from an ethical and professional standpoint. So I went to the Screen Actors Guild, and they went to bat for me. They looked at the dailies and said, yeah, you should have been upgraded. So I'm going to be brought up to being a principal role in this little film. If it ever comes out, you never know. And they're pretending they have no money, which is not surprising. And it might be months before I see a penny, but hey, you never know. No. Now it says that Fox. Yeah, how background are treated in movies is kind of a sad situation because we're treated like props that eat. But yeah, if you fall into the right kind circumstances, SAG will come to bat to you and say, yeah, you should have been upgraded. I don't know why I didn't. And the production even told the representative said, well, we're going to fight this. And she says, well, you're welcome to go right ahead, but we're still going to win.
All right. I think we have somebody else with us now. Patrick, you on?
Henry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Welcome.
Hello, Henry. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. I just had to say that it's been great to be listening to the show tonight, and you guys are so much fun to listen to every weekend. It's just a great honor to be on your show, and a even bigger honor to hear you guys just chatter away every week, and we just love you guys.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We just
Quit sucking up, Pat.
Hey, I have to. You guys told me how to do this if I'm going to be on the show in a few weeks.
Pat, you and Doug are great. We're looking forward to the 14th.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's going to be a fun show. I think we'll be drinking again that night.
From a strictly journalistic student and former journalist guy here, there are people in the chat room and listening around the world who aren't aware who Patrick is.
Okay, Patrick, who are you?
Oh no!
I'm just a guy.
No introduction.
Well, let's see. I'm a guy from Scranton, Pennsylvania. My ancestors were coal miners. Let's see. I met Craig actually a few years ago, and it's been crazy ever since. So I think I had a good life prior to that, but it's gone downhill since then. But
Oh, geez, thanks, Pat.
well, mainly because after you meet Craig, your life changes. I mean, he gave me one of the best pieces of advice ever about ghost hunting, and he just said one thing, they're always right behind you. And I'll be damned if that isn't the truth. So,
Oh, it is. I mean, I always tell people, make a ruckus in a room, leave a camera or a digital recorder, and walk away. You're going to get something.
Yep. And Craig and I have been, going to Gettysburg for years, and I, being kind of a, nut about Gettysburg, have read every book on it. So I'd be like, Craig, come here. Nobody knows about this. Check this out. And sure enough, we get down there, and between the two of us, we're talking to soldiers every time we're there. So the amount of evidence we pulled out of there has been phenomenal, to the point where they start following you home. So
yes, I've had that happen once, and you were there when I left him. I took him back.
That's right.
Made him get out.
You have to take them back. And,
Pat, wait till you see the new thing I got. I've learned some new things about Gettysburg.
Boy.
Now,
yes, we have some new things to look for.
Got a question from the chat room. Cece wanted to know what New Jersey Devil tastes like.
Tastes like demon chicken.
Well, let's see. Yeah, it is like a McDonald's-like product, but the funny thing is, we actually never got to eat the Jersey Devil cake.
Really?
She's talking about. Yeah, we were on an episode of Cake Boss, and
That's
they made
right.
this.
Congratulations to you and Doug.
Hey, thanks. We owe a lot to Para-X, actually, and everybody. The response from people listening to your show. So everybody here has helped, and Doug and I are very thankful and blessed to know all these people, and these great people have just helped us get noticed. And Craig, obviously you, man, we owe you a lot. I do personally, just for what you've taught me, and we were happy to be on there. But turns out the cake, it was 107 degrees that day. I mean, that was the thermometer temperature. The cake was falling apart. And they had to take pictures of it for, the magazines and all kinds of stuff. So he goes, I wanted to tackle it and then just start eating it. But they no, we got to get the cake back in the truck. So after all that, we didn't have any cake.
Well, was it an ice cream cake or a regular cake?
It's made out of regular cake, but then they have modeling chocolate. And so it looks like a statue. Like you would think it was not even real, but it's all edible.
Wow.
And unfortunately, one of the wings fell off when they were transporting it out into the Pine Barrens. Imagine that, miles and miles on these back roads.
Oh.
And the wing falls off.
Bouncy.
So, yeah, it was it was 107. I mean, that was that was my car was telling me the outside temperature without any of that heat index was 107.
Well, now,
yeah,
it sounds like New Jersey Pine Barrens.
Well, and the first thing I said getting out of the car was, "Man, is this Jersey Devil weather or what?" But the camera wasn't rolling. The producer's like, "Oh, remember to say that again later."
Well, now, one question that we got is, does it really help using mace on ghosts?
What?
No, it doesn't, and I'm glad somebody caught that because Doug's reaction to that was just.
What are they on crack?
Well, you got to understand these people are from Hoboken, New Jersey. All right, they're from right there across the river from New York. Things are fast. There's crime in the area, so. And I've had people like police that go on investigations. You know this, Craig. They'll be like, "Can I take my gun?" I'm like, "No, you're really not going to need that."
Right. I've heard many stories. Yeah, that's right.
So the funny thing is, we get in there and they're all pretending like this isn't real. They're laughing. This is going to be just a fun thing to do. And then when we get in there and start going over what we're going to be doing, the woman, Mary. She turns to us. This is live. This is not made up. And she goes, looks at all our cases. We open up the 4 cases of stuff. We're putting things together. She goes, "You got any mace?" And Doug just looks up at her like, "Mace? Are you kidding?" And that was real. And I kind of chuckled like, yeah, that's not going to help.
I could see that look too.
Well, Pat.
Yeah.
Why would you want a mace? Why would you want a mace or taser a ghost?
Well, people, it's the fear factor. When it ratchets up, Jeff, they just, they reach for a gun or mace or a bat, and none of these things really help. In fact, they do the opposite. That your fear level's up, so they're going to latch onto that, and you might as well be just walking into their trap. So
that's the thing. I have never understood that. I watch a lot of these shows. And I don't know whether or not they're putting on a show to seem so scared, but so maybe there's some unexplained noise to the side. They're their jaws just drop open, their eyes fly out of their heads. And I'm like, what? Something fell over, there's a ghost. Go look at it, see what it is.
Hey, thank you very much. Because
Jeff, don't watch the shows. That's
yes. In reality, Craig and I know that in reality, when we hear something, and this has happened to us before, we don't say anything. There's no drama. Instantly, we're looking, maybe hand signal pointing, and maybe we're probably already running toward the ghost. Because
that's right, yeah.
That's what we're there for. And if you're afraid, it's counterproductive. And a lot of these people are actually afraid. They're doing it for drama. They're getting paid. Hey, we're not getting paid, but I'll tell you what. You want to go on a real ghost hunt, you come with me and Craig, and you're going to see some real stuff, and no one's going to be afraid, and we're going to be running toward the ghost. So
right, exactly. And there's not going to be any, what was that? Did you hear that? What was that?
No.
If I hear
they have
time,
to say that 17 times. That's what drives me crazy. They say, "Well, did you hear that?" They say it about 5 times. They're like, "Shut up and go look."
Yeah.
Well, it's for ratings.
In fact,
keep you on the edge of your seat.
That's it. Yeah.
In fact, Craig knows he's the first one to be sacrificed. We were in a house in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and we're going around and we're hearing sounds. We're not freaking out. We're not saying, anything. We're kind of stopping and listening, but we're hearing audible sounds. And we decide to leave Craig behind in this one room in a corner, not say anything, and see if we can't force the spirit down the steps from the attic. Sure enough, we go back around the other side, leave Craig there, and he films the door opening as if somebody's peeking out. They're coming down.
Right.
Nice.
So, I mean, that's the kind of stuff to do if you want to find something and you don't freak out, you don't say anything. And a lot of times saying nothing has worked for us. We go in with this new tactic now, stealth mode. Don't say anything. You get their curiosity up so much, they'll come over, tap you on the shoulder. You know?
I'll have to try that next time. Next time I'm at Windsor Vista, maybe I'll try that. Because I've been through there a few times, and I've got no EVPs. Maybe if I just walk really slowly and quietly, maybe that'll do something.
Yeah, and a lot of times, Jeff, what I'll do is I'll just turn the recorder on. I won't ask any questions. Just if I feel something, I'll just start running it, and not even address it. Just pretend I'm not even running it, And that's the time when they're going to start saying something.
I thought my first sacrifice was at the attic in the tavern down in Bedford.
Oh yeah, well you've been sacrificed so much, Craig. I really don't know. They run together.
Yeah.
Well, if it comes down to my getting back east and visiting, obviously I try and stay for like a week or something. We'll have to arrange something to go out and get me out to Gettysburg and that area and take me to some of your favorite hotspots and see what we can dig up.
We will, Jeff. We will take you to places on Gettysburg, and you will experience encounters with actual soldiers from the Civil War.
Well, Jeff is from New Jersey, so he has the Burlington Prison, which we talked about earlier, and we also have the Red Mill, which I would love to get back to without a torrential downpour.
Oh.
Hey, come on, Craig. Rain? You love rain. That only helps us out, man.
But I didn't get to see half of the buildings that night.
That was a problem.
Because my truck was washing away down the river. I had to get out of there.
But right before you left, you and I got one of the best EVPs I've ever gotten in there when you got pulled into that room. I don't know if you
was drawn into that room. Oh, I remember. Yep. I was drawn into that room. Somebody wanted me in that room, and I don't know why. But and I still haven't heard that EVP. You haven't sent that to me.
Well, I'm a son of a gun for doing that. I'll have to get it to you. But
I'd love to hear why I was drawn in that room.
It is when we asked him to go upstairs with us. Remember, we couldn't get an EVP because of the noise. He follows us up to the third floor. We go into the one corner, and that's when you said, "Were you hurt here? Were you killed here?" And he answers, "Yes, they ambushed me." Wow. Just like that. That's very clear. Wow. They ambushed me.
Wow.
Was that an EVP or an audible?
Yeah.
That was an EVP.
Oh, okay.
But a very clear EVP, like extremely like he was right there, like, I'm ready to tell you. And he says, yes, like Craig hit it right on the head. Yes, he goes, they ambushed me.
Wow.
So here's a plot. This guy's not just dead, he was murdered.
We got
conspiracy time, yeah.
We got to start kind of wrapping up here because time is almost up. I want to thank you, Pat, for taking the time to wish everybody Happy New Year's and for stopping by. And we will have you back on the show second week in January.
Yeah, January 14th. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Henry, Jeff, Craig. I guess I just thought if I talked some more, I wouldn't have to drink as much.
Well, that leaves me more time for drinking. So thank you, Pat.
The drinking's almost over.
Give you a break.
So, before we do,
before I forget, Patrick, are we connected on Facebook?
I'm not on Facebook, but Doug is, and we have a Ghost Soldiers Facebook page that he's currently involved in. So I'm so busy with so much, I gave him the Facebook thing, Jeff.
All right. That's
but send me the link.
That's good.
Yes, definitely, sir.
Now, before we jump off, also earlier in the year, we also had Patty Lyman, who did a segment on our show for us, and Spotlight Reporter. And I want to thank her for doing that.
Yes, thank you, Patty, so much.
Unfortunately, we dropped that segment because it seemed like we just didn't have enough time to be able to get everything done on the show. I mean, you turn around and the show's over with, seems like. So, but we do appreciate that and wanted to throw that out there real quick. Our time has dwindled, or I should say, zipped right on by.
Oh, drink.
And
that's 2 drinks.
I want to thank everybody for being with us tonight and playing the drinking game. And I do hope that everybody has a very happy and safe New Year. Thanks, everybody, for listening to the Paranormal View. Appreciate each and every one of you. And for those listening from around the world, we appreciate you guys, too.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody.
And we'll see you next week. Real quick.
Next week and next year.
Yes, we have on...
Time is on my side.
We have on Elaine Kamiskas.
Yes, it is.
Author of Connecticut Ghosts.
Time is on my side. Yes, it is.
This is Henry Foister.
Drinking, calm down.
This is Henry Foister.
Craig Rupp.
And Geoffrey Gould.
And
Pat McCormack.
We will see you next week. Appreciate you for being here.
Thank you, everybody. Happy New Year.
We're leaving. We're gone. Paranormal View. Come back and visit us again if you dare. You've been listening to the Paranormal View on the Para-X Radio Network.
The Paranormal View.